Dear friends, let's understand further Queen's Gambit declined opening, and today we will be discussing the Ragozin variation, which has become very popular nowadays against the move d4. Given its flexibility in the move order, Black can employ it in different move orders, depending on white's starting move. For example, d4, um, say d5, c4, knight f6, and knight f3, then e6. So that's Queen's Gambit declined, and knight c3. And if you play bishop to b4, that's called Ragozin defense. Black's success in this variation was achieved due to the efforts of top-level players such as Aronian, Giri, Leko, to name a few. The games have not passed unnoticed, and the Ragozin is now one of the Black's top choices. The main line against this defense has always been like c takes d5, e takes d5, and bishop to g5. However, on this position, bishop f4 is also being played very frequently. So we will analyze both those options here. So first, let's analyze bishop g5. Here, the main line is h6, where bishop goes to h4, and then bishop to f5. There is also a very interesting line available for black here, but instead of playing bishop to h4, black can play c5, directly attacking onto this pawn. And since this knight is pinned, knight to e4 is also a possibility, which will increase the pressure onto this pinned knight. Here, white can answer with e3. That is the most logical response with a solid play, but the most interesting alternative here, if I can allow me to show you, if you can allow me to show you, is g3. It has been played by a few different grandmasters. Basically the idea here is the bishop is more effective on g2 against the black potential isolated d5 pawn. In case black plays c5 c4, then white's plan will be to achieve the e4 break. So let me show you a few sample lines here. So from this position, knight to c6 and bishop to g2, castles for black and castles for white. But friends, I would like you to pause the video here and find the problem in this variation. So what should and should not be played here? So ready? Yes. So you have given a free bishop to the black here, pawn to g5, and this bishop is trapped. So this variation works well if you played from this position, if you played bishop to g4, f4, sorry, which will be taken care by h6. And now you can play g3, where knight c6, g2, castles for black and castles for white. And you can continue your game by playing knight to e3, e4, sorry. Friends, here before playing knight to c6, c5 is a very interesting line, and now g3, and now knight c6 can be played. So here bishop g2, where black will castle and the white will also castle, and now the game will continue with knight to e4. And if white here tries to capture this knight, then d takes e4 would be very very difficult for the white, because you have to move this knight, and black has already defenses available here by f5, or even rook to e8 is also possible. So if I go back here on this position, even for the black here, queen to a5 is also possible, increasing pressure onto this, and knight to e4 is also coming anytime. So on this position, it is better for white to add more defenses for the knight. So rook to c1 is a possibility. So now if even knight e4 comes in, so white can run away with knight takes d5. So instead of knight to e4, bishop takes c3, and then b takes c3 is an option. Now you can play knight to e4, attacking, adding another attacker onto this pawn. So it is forced for the white to play queen to c2. So friends, before concluding this video, I would like to go back to this position where white played b4. Here, the number of options available for white are as, uh, say, c5 is option which I have already showed you. Bishop to f5 is also an option with, and at the end knight to e4 can also be played. So as explained earlier, the Ragozin gives black a lot of flexibility while you play, and it all depends from players to players which moves they can play. Try this variation in your own games when you play, and then you will learn further that how what kind of flexibility this variation gives you. If you like this video, do give me your comments and let me know. Do subscribe the channel and give me your comments. Till then, take care. Bye bye.